Hey, RetconRaider here. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Matthew Holmquist, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Wasteland 3, as we finally move beyond the bazaar. We still have a few loose ends we do need to tie up, but once we get those taken care of, we'll head back to Colorado Springs and see where things take us next. Now, obviously we have a slight shift of scenery here. We are currently in the back of Quarex's Cabinet of Curiosities. That is because we discovered a Tarzan token whilst we were rousting those clowns. Let's see what Tarzan has to say about that. A sight for sore eyes makes the whole world blind. Not sure you got that saying quite right, but this is the machine that told us we were going to be crushed by the moon. May the eye of Tarzan look upon you with kindness. +1 cold resistance, +2 penetration. Interesting. For those who aren't aware, the reward that Tarzan gives you is largely randomized. In this particular case, it's not hugely useful for Retcon because we've got him set to use elemental weapons. Since those already ignore armor, the penetration is largely redundant. But it will come in handy if we ever switch him off to a more conventional machine gun. I mean, obviously, if we got to pick who that went to, then we would probably give it to either Bonkers or Longway, the characters with cheap but low penetration attacks. Anyway, we've got one more stop, and then we can head out.
Thank you for your help!
I love those boots. Where'd you get them?
These old things? Can we check out Piatkowski's shop next?
Oh, shit. That weird guy in the fountain?
Guns
Shit.
sanctified
Shit.
with blood.
That weird guy in
Guns,
the fountain?
guns
Staring at us.
sanctified with blood. Blood.
Another thing I will say is that while I have enjoyed the Bazaar, they really need to fine-tune those audio triggers, because the background chatter can get a bit ridiculous.
Really need
Felicitations.
We found encampments of crazy clown bandits not far from here.
Truly. Wonders never cease. I'm no local, so I don't know much about these crazy clowns. Perhaps they're a known pest. I'd recommend speaking to our dear leader, Jacob Martin, once you get inside.
Already taken care of. We have aided the people of the Bazaar. You ready to join up?
So I heard. You have shown both grace and charity. It will be my honor to work for your organization. Just give me some time to gather my things, and I will see you there.
Neat. Looking forward to it. I believe that is our second merchant we've recruited here, though we still need to do that side quest for Randy Gett. Oh, neat.
Hey, y'all! I found me some old brake fluid in the barn! Bring your cups! We're gonna have us a hoedown!
World building at its finest. Okay, so We need to return to Colorado Springs first. Defeating the Payasos should have shaken a few events loose. But then we've also got the Get Farmstead over here, and the Monster Bunker. Let's have a look at our mission log. Alright, so we still need to finish Full House, but all we need is a mechanic, which we should get by completing Unwelcome Guests. And after that, the next main quest is the Zealot, which is level 9. Yeah, and then both of these optional locations down near the bazaar are set at level 7, so they are naturally the next things on our to-do list. Oh, right, and then we have Lords of War, the Patriarch's secret bunker under Colorado Springs. We'll probably wait until after Denver for that one, since it's set at a higher level. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself just yet. I believe we also had some level ups. Let's take care of that real quick. We're going to go ahead and bump Doll's intelligence. That will grant her a higher crit chance, but will also give her 1 extra skill point to play with. As always, it should be clarified, that is a one-time bonus of a single skill point. It does not compound per level, like it did in Wasteland 2. Alright, let's get back to Colorado Springs. We've got some rather unpleasant business to take care of. Oh, shoot. You know what? I just realized we peeled off in the wrong direction here. That's fine. We're just taking the scenic route.
How are you feeling, Car?
Unable to process. Please repeat query.
Never mind.
Okay. Hey, look at that. An Arapaho cube truck and its escort cars are making a delivery at Fortified Farmhouse. The driver looks around as you approach.
You're the Patriarch's new hires, right? The Desert Rangers. Got some stuff to trade if you want to look.
We hear the Arapaho are the best mechanics in Colorado. Would y'all mind looking at our Kodiak?
Well, I ain't the best mechanic in Colorado, but how can I say no after a thorough ass-kissing?
Fair, that is fair. Any highway wisdom for us, friend?
Maintain your vehicle and don't stop if you don't have to. These days, a flat tire or a stalled engine could be the end of you, consumed by the elements. And I don't just mean the weather, if you get me.
Alright, let's have a look.
Just some odds and ends I've taken in trade. Might be useful.
Huh. I was really expecting more vehicle-oriented stuff. That commando helmet's pretty nice, though. Okay, I think we're going to take that helmet. Oh yeah, that is definitely a solid upgrade. I think that might actually be 2 tiers higher. Yeah, so we're definitely taking that. But nothing else is really jumping out at me, so I think we'll just shore up some of our ammo counts. I do know we're still a bit light on 30-06 rounds. Oh, obviously I also picked up that tac nuke we saw back at the bazaar. Can't actually use it just yet, but, you know, just in case. Let's get that helmet equipped. That is a solid upgrade for Dahl. And moving on. And we're back. We'll head straight downtown so we can have an immediate chat with Mama Cotter. Now this might turn ugly, but let's hope for the best.
The hell do you want from Mama Cotter?
So, we met some refugees at the bazaar. They said you hired smugglers to sneak them into Colorado Springs. She scrapes at a yellowed tooth with a dirt-encrusted nail.
Maybe so. Where are those refugees now?
Alive and well, no thanks to you. The smugglers stole their money and locked them in a cell.
Shit. I knew I shouldn't have trusted those assholes, but they were the only ones who'd deal with me. Guess I know why they're so flexible on their price. Nah, I owe you for keeping those refugees safe. Ain't nobody else around here who's willing to lift a finger for them. So, what's it gonna be, hmm? You know I was breaking the city's law, conspiring with smugglers and all that. You gonna haul me in?
Okay, let's try this one. No, not this time. But no more smuggling refugees, okay? Mama Cotter and her sons glance at one another, smiling and shaking their heads.
You don't know Mama so well. She ain't gonna stop helping those folks no matter what anyone says.
Well, crap. I think this is the third or fourth time now where they've presented us with a middle ground that gets shut down immediately after you suggest it. So now we're stuck choosing between two much more extreme options. Either arresting Mama Cotter for the crime she has very openly admitted to committing, or allowing her to continue what she's doing, which could very well end up hurting or killing other people she is ostensibly trying to help. I mean, personally, I think I'm going to have to lean towards arresting her. Because while I do appreciate that she is trying to help, she's doing it very recklessly in a way that hurts Colorado Springs as well as the people she's supposedly trying to help. In that case, we'll have to take her into custody.
Oh, no, you ain't. You'll have to go through us first.
Mama's sons clench their fists and reach for their weapons.
Stand down, Bobby. These are the same folks who shot up the Dorseys in the Garden of the Gods. They must have killed Stenerud and his smugglers, too. We don't stand a chance against them.
Oh, thank goodness. At least she showed an iota of common sense.
This ain't worth the lives of my boys. I'll go quietly.
The old woman holds up her wrists. Looks like we're just barely holding on with our Wastelander rep, too.
Copy, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. What's your status?
Ah, right. Well, we're definitely not turning her over to the Marshals, even though I would like to bump our rep with them. We placed Mama Cotter under arrest. Send a squad to pick her up.
Old Mama Cotter? A criminal? Who would have thought? Dispatching a squad, over and out.
And thus it ends.
How could you arrest our mama? What's she ever done but help folks out?
I mean, she set up a bunch of desperate refugees to get robbed and exploited, so, you know.
Can't believe you take our mama away. I thought you Rangers were better than that.
All right. I get it. You guys are mad. I'll leave you be. Let's roll on back to base. See if we've got anything waiting for us. Oh, actually.
I'm sure they could use my help.
Great job, y'all! Now Colorado Springs is free of all those crazy parties and strumpets. Boy, howdy, Snappin' Jimmy Bob sure is grateful. I hope at least you're here to peruse my wares.
What? Oh, right, Brygo's Casino, right.
Let's.
And I had no idea what he was talking about there. Anyway, we are just here to grab that cryocell linkage. I guess we'll grab a few other things while we're here. All right. Thank you kindly, Jimmy. Now we just need to find our way to Broadmoor Heights. Go ahead and wrap things up with Reyes.
Did you just give me a... shot and killed for working with Dorsey's?
That he was. Not what I meant to do, but here we are.
Look at all this. Always a pleasure to see the Rangers.
I heard Mr. Howe found himself a pretty blonde thing.
Really? And what did his wife say to that?
Nothing.
Fall in, soldier. You're a ranger now. It does not hesitate. The chicken simply falls into sinuous lockstep, every inch the trained warrior. Neat. I think we've still got one more out in the garden, but we'll worry about that in a moment.
I heard you were speaking to some people at the refugee camp. Do you have any news?
Yep. The smugglers were working with a woman named Mama Cotter. We arrested her.
Thank you. I'm glad this ended bloodlessly. You handled an impossible situation well, Rangers.
Sure, bloodless. We'll just ignore what happened at the parking garage.
At least this will give the city some breathing room. Our resources are stretched, but I think we can feed the people who are already here. For now.
Now, I will say, I'm not entirely crazy with how all this played out, but as Reyes said, we did resolve a fairly complicated situation relatively bloodlessly, aside from Stenerad, but Let's be honest, they deliberately made him just about as unsympathetic as possible. I suppose in the short term, we have actually accomplished a bit. We've forestalled the looming resource crisis in Colorado Springs. We have prevented Mama Cotter from overzealously helping anyone else to death. And I guess we also helped that other group of refugees, the last of her would-be patrons, I guess. They might actually be around here somewhere. We'll have to poke around. So, yeah. Glad we could help.
As am I. Now for your reward. The money is here, and you may expect the mechanics I promised you to be waiting for you when you return to your headquarters. Also, one other thing. If you'll have me, I'd be happy to serve the Rangers as a political advisor. Honored, even. You're quite a remarkable outfit, and I'd like to help you out.
Oh, that's, interesting. I've never actually gone this route before, so this is all unexplored territory. Thanks. We could definitely use a political advisor. Welcome aboard, Mr. Reyes.
Excellent. Let me get some things together, then I'll head for your HQ. Looking forward to what we can accomplish together, Rangers.
Trying to think if there's any other loose ends we have out here. I think there was a landmine in Lucia's kitchen, but aside from that, it's really just the secret vault. And we're going to hold off on that for now.
Team November, this is Ranger HQ. A couple vehicles rolled up and set up right outside our base. Real shady characters. Their leader is a woman named La Perla, who claims to have business with the Rangers, but won't specify what it is to us. Ring any bells?
La Perla. Can't say that sounds familiar.
Figured. We'll keep them outside the base for you to deal with in good time. Over and out.
Intriguing.
Rangers uncover human smuggling conspiracy. Subvert city celebrates as refugees slow to a trickle.
Read the last quote. Real funny cartoon in there. When Jeffy ripped the robo arm off that scar collector, I cracked up.
I was gonna ask about the articles, but...
Hello? Red Hats? Is this thing on? This is Charlie Knows!
Oh, good. I was wondering where he got off to. You don't have to yell, Charlie.
Oh, sorry. Glad I got a hold of you, Red Hat friends. Your old friend Charlie is at it again. I found the way to increase our fortunes. How does that sound? Over!
Yeah. Fortunes sound great, but could you please stop yelling?
Ha-ha! Ha-ha! I knew you'd be up for this. Charlie knows you visited the bazaar, and you know how important it is to trade in Colorado. And more importantly, how wealthy it is. Problem is, the monster army holding it is weak. Without your help, they'd already be gone. But sooner or later, someone is gonna wipe them out. So why not make it a cartel stronghold?
With your help, it'll be easy. And you'll be well compensated for your contribution.
Oh boy. I get the feeling this is going to end up with a dead Charlie. Why would you want to work with us after what happened in Little Vegas?
Well, since Mr. Brygo's gone, Charlie has found himself bereft of gainful employment. But when opportunity comes knocking, who does Charlie know who's efficient and can handle themselves in a fight? You help me with this, and there'll be no hard feelings about the nightclub business, Red Hats. It's simple economics.
Okay, and why would we trust you?
Why wouldn't you? I dealt straight with you so far, right? Didn't I tell you the truth about McTavish? Don't I always tell you the truth? Come on, Red Hats, it's me, your old buddy Charlie.
Wow. I'm not sure if this guy is really smart or really dumb. What's the saying? The dumbest smart guy you know? You do have to admire that confidence, though. So what exactly does well compensated mean?
Don't worry, your old buddy Charlie won't sell you short. We just need a little assistance, and you'll be paid handsomely.
Well, we're obviously not going to turn on our boy Flab, so we might as well take care of this Charlie problem for him. Yeah, Charlie, let's do it.
I knew you'd say that. All right, we have a hideout not far from the bazaar entrance, near the old parking lot. We'll hold up there and wait for you. Bring your whole team, and the bazaar will be ours.
Ah, right, okay. That's the building we couldn't get into, next to the, giant gorilla. Wow, it's actually starting to get a little crowded out here.
Hola, Rangers.
Hi? A woman stands like a queen among a gang of hard men. Inappropriate. She gives you a sleepy, dangerous smile.
Peace, strangers. We all know both sides are armed and lethal, so why don't we just skip the posturing and get to business, huh? A girl I own ran away recently, and it's proving harder than expected to track her down. She seems to sense us when we get too close. You, on the other hand, she'd never suspect. Hell with your reputation for rescuing little lost lambs, she might even seek you out. So, what you say, Want to find her for us?
Oh. A girl you own. So you're slavers then.
That bothers you? You find it unethical? You kill crazy corpse-robbing, tyrant-funded gun jockeys are offended at how I make my living?
Not quite how I would have put it, but,
Sorry, compadres. This is the end times. Nothing but us devils left.
Alright, so, who are you?
I'm La Perla. And these
She sweeps an arm out to encompass her retinue.
are my boys.
What's the girl's name?
Nelly? No. Hallie, I think. Anyway, her new owner will rename her. What's important is her description. Early 20s, blonde, shapely, skin like a princess. You'll know her when you see her, I promise you. She'll make your little hearts go Peter-Pat.
And why exactly would we do this?
What are you doing? Why are we even talking to this slaver?
Because I want to take her stuff before we shoot her in the face.
Take it easy, farm girl. Leave matters of business to the adults, huh? You know the sealed rooms in your base? Bet you're curious what's inside them. Bueno, I'll tell you for free. It's old world tech. The kind people waged wars for. And I know the codes. In the name of good faith, I'll give you one now. 900-909-3500. Test if you like. I'll wait. You'll get the second code. The one that gets you into the room with the even better goodies. When you bring me my lost little lamb.
How do you know about these sealed rooms?
Used to stay here all the time before we moved east. Had plenty of time to explore all its nooks and crannies. Hey, don't worry. No hard feelings about you taking it over. We like our new home on the plains. Those warlords have a lot of money to spend.
LP. Those were the initials on the note that we found on that pile of corpses in our med bay. I think these are the guys who got the computers back up and running, too. You know what, La Perla? We're gonna go verify that code.
Not a problem. Come see me when you've kitted yourselves out in your fancy new gear. Adios, compadres.
Man, she is just the worst. I was really tempted to shoot her in the face right then and there, but I didn't want to risk losing our cyber chicken. I'm trying to remember if we grabbed the one from the garden or not. I might have to double check that.
In a car. Can't beat
Over here! Please help me!
Oh, hello there? Sure, I guess we can speak with you.
Oh my god, Rangers! I thought I was dead. My husband and I need help. These psychopaths tied bombs to us. But if we get near each other, they'll explode.
Okay, where's your husband?
I think he's by the garage. I'm not exactly sure where because we're afraid to get any closer. That would trigger the bombs. I think he's okay for now. Please, you have to save us both.
Who would do this?
Some crazed raiders outside the city. They jumped us while we were looking for supplies with our friends. Their faces. Their bombs blew up when they got too close. I'll never forget the shock as they went into pieces. That can't happen to me and my husband. It just can't.
You've seen many people scarred by the deaths of friends. This woman isn't one of them. She's not even a little shook. It seems like an act. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a passive leadership check before. As you move closer, she scrambles away.
No! The failsafe! You have to disarm both bombs at the same time, or they'll explode! Send someone over to my husband, please!
A quick look at the bomb is all you need to realize it's mostly duct tape and red spray paint. If there's an actual explosive in there, the flimsy twine attached certainly won't detonate it. So, why call us?
one else will come. They're afraid of getting blown up. These have to be disarmed within a few seconds of each other, or they both blow up.
Uh-huh. Well, you just sit tight, Isabel. We will see what we can do.
Thank you. I thought we were going to die for sure.
Oh yeah, you are definitely going to die. I just don't think it's going to happen quite the way you described. Let's go have a chat with her quote-unquote husband.
I need some help!
Yeah, huh? What seems to be the nature of the emergency? Does it have anything to do with that primed flamethrower strapped to your back?
Yes, Rangers. I'm so glad you're back. My wife and I need help. Raiders strap bombs to us with some kind of proximity trigger. If we get near each other, they'll blow up.
Wow, that sucks. So, why do you need the Rangers for this?
Our friends died and no one else will come. Most people are afraid of bombs, but not you, right?
You know, real bombs. So where's your wife?
I think she's over by the big entrance. I'm not sure because we know if we get too close to each other, we'll be turned into wall smears. I miss her a lot.
It sure sounds like it. Why would someone do this?
I don't know. Some psychos jumped our group and knocked us out. We all woke up with bombs strapped on. Those lunatics were laughing when they told us how the bombs worked and let us go. My friends didn't believe them. There were parts of them everywhere.
There's a psychopathic dead look to the man's eyes, but no trauma. This man is clearly putting on a show for you. What? No. What? As you move closer, he holds up a hand and backs up.
Wait! There's a special trigger. You have to disarm both bombs at the same time or they'll explode. Same if we get too close. Please, send people to my wife so you can disarm them at the same time.
You were able to get a glimpse of the bomb before he stepped back. It looks like the bomb is made from paper tubes painted red and connected to a handheld radio with ordinary string. All right. I gotta give these guys credit. This is a very weird but creative scheme. We'll see what we can do.
Thanks, Rangers. We thought we were dead for sure.
You are, but we'll get back to that a little later. I actually want to poke around, see if we can get some better context.
I need some help! I need some help!
That's nice.
Good luck out there.
Oh, right, we've got a new garage staff, don't we? Let's go have a chat with them.
Hey, Rangers. Good to be here. We're the mechanics Gideon Reyes sent. Don't mind the mess. We're still settling in.
How are you finding the accommodations?
We've had to make do with worse.
Gosh, thanks.
In all honesty, though, this is a good space. Lots of room. Lots of supplies in reach. Give it a few more days and we'll give you a garage that'd make Steeltown go green with envy.
Steeltown, huh? I have heard much of this place. I look forward to seeing it someday. Anything you need?
Well, Wrench said he met a mechanic up in the bazaar who had some real talent.
One step ahead of you there.
Now, we don't really need more personnel, but it wouldn't hurt to have an extra set of hands. If you find yourself in the bazaar, see if you can find him and invite him over.
Yeah, that's definitely Randy. Interesting. Sure, we'll help you find that wrench jockey.
Appreciate it.
Let's see what you got.
Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
Huh. Less than I was actually expecting. A couple of hood ornaments, a stack of repair kits, a rhino cannon, I think that's the same gun they had for sale back at the Arapaho garage. It's powerful, but the explosive damage would make it pretty tricky to deploy in combat, given all the hangers-on we've accrued. We've got a couple of chassis to choose from, but it looks to be a straight upgrade, so I'm really not seeing any reason to waste money on the Tier 1 when we could just skip to Tier 2 instead. And light vehicle plating. That one's kind of a no-brainer. It's just a flat bonus, no drawbacks. Not like we have anything else that is currently vying for the armor plating slot. We do need to be careful, though. We're running a bit low on cash. Let's go ahead and get this stuff slapped on our Kodiak. Get ourselves prepared for the next stage of our grand adventure. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a bulldozer yellow. Kind of makes it look like they salvaged it from old construction equipment. As for this thing, I hate the way it looks, but it is a definite upgrade, so for the time being, we are going to have a giant clown gun on our truck. Yay. You know, clown head aside, I didn't really like the way the Kodiak looked at first, but it is starting to grow on me. Oh man, I wonder if there's a disco horn we overlooked somewhere. I would love to get my hands on that. Anyway, let's go crack that door. I keep getting sidetracked. No, wait.
Please, Miss Hackett. There's no reason to get so angry.
The hell there isn't! My people didn't start that fight. One of your rangers started it, and now you're telling me we gotta be the ones to give up our space?
I'm just saying. Oh, Team November, I'm glad you're here. There was an altercation in the barracks.
An altercation?
Nothing serious. No one was hurt. Some harsh words and a shove. Sergeant Greatsky's already put the recruit on latrine duty. A fair punishment.
Yeah, well, this isn't the first time your recruits have had harsh words for us Rangers. You need to get your people under control.
Greatsky's recruitment efforts have gone well, and HQ is filling up. More new Rangers every day, which is great for our mission, but it also means we're running out of beds in the barracks. Rangers are having to sleep in shifts. This is leading to friction with Miss Hackett's people, who, as you know, were there first. Some of the new Rangers don't understand this, and they think of them as, well, freeloaders.
Usually, it's just snide comments. But today, one of yours started shouting that we should be thrown out of our home before trying to pull Davy off his cot.
Which is completely unacceptable behavior. Unfortunately, the problem's not going to go away if we ignore it. We need a solution before things explode.
So, this wasn't the first incident.
There have been plenty. Most of your Rangers are all right with us, but there's more than a few who ain't. Calling us names as they walk past, or telling us we're on borrowed time here, in our own home.
Miss Hackett, I'm embarrassed. Part of the oath we take as Rangers is to protect the downtrodden. It hurts to hear that our recruits are failing to live up to that oath. Something must be done.
Yeah, well, we're waiting.
We gotta nip this bullying in the bud. These people were here first, and we made a promise to them.
Don't suppose you have any suggestions for me?
Well, the warden here suggested we move into the brig. I suggested she shove that idea up her ass and leave us be. We We're here first. We don't take up much space, and you said the barracks were ours when you first showed up.
But things have changed since then, and they're not going to change back. If we're going to live side by side, we both have to be flexible.
Okay, here's our decision.
Shoot.
Well, we've got 3 options, 2 extreme, 1 middle of the road. The middle of the road options haven't really worked out for us so far, but I feel like that's a fair compromise. I mean, obviously it's not ideal for Hackett and her people, but at the same time, Sergei himself has told us that he is filling our ranks with what are basically the rejects from the Marshals, and the Marshals are already pretty bad, so I don't know. I feel like if we don't go ahead and shuffle her over into the barracks, one of those yahoos is eventually going to take matters into their own hands. Listen, we won't go back on our deal, but adjustments have to be made before someone gets killed. There's room in the brig. Move in there.
An excellent idea. You'll have more space, and it will keep you away from the malcontents.
What?
You've got to work with us here, Del. You know we always try to do right by Colorado's refugees. This solution ain't perfect, but this way we can guarantee your people's safety and shelter.
Guess you're right. I'll try to sell it to my people, and I appreciate your efforts to honor our deal under changing circumstances. They're not gonna like this.
Yeah, well, they'll live. Which is more than I can say for a lot of the people we run into. Alright, let's finally crack open that door. I had my wires crossed, and for a second I was thinking it was actually in the archive room. Hey, it actually worked. That's something. And we can definitely see more crates inside. The door is enormous. Let's try the same code again. Yeah, I didn't think that would work, but it was certainly worth a shot. Well, let's see what we got here. PDA. This device frees up your brain to focus on more important stuff, like what, or who, to have for lunch. +1 nerd stuff. Neat. And what looks to be a full set of tank armor. I mean, not bad. It's not the most exciting find. Solid armor, but too heavy for any of our current guys to actually wear. Anything else? Initial command approach recognized. Secondary authorization required at primary access point in War Room. Huh. I am intrigued. To the War Room. Oh. Command departure recognized. Lockdown protocols enabled. It said something about secondary access? No, secondary authorization. Okay. Let's have one person run back to the main computer. Rude. Clear access for Commander's Armory. Dual authorization protocol accepted. Vault unlocking. Nice. Command recognized. Welcome back. Hey, free bedroom. I like it. Another PDA. And a couple of high-tier weapons, though nothing particularly useful for us. I'm actually not seeing a damage rating on that shotgun at all. That might bear further investigation. And a third PDA. That feels a bit excessive. So, obviously nothing to write home about, but not too shabby. I mean, a lot of that stuff is just vendor trash, at least for us. It doesn't really make me all that excited about these last two containers either, assuming we can even get in there. I mean, obviously, I think it's pretty fair to say that we are not going to be working with La Perla, though we might see if we can string her along for a while, just to eke out whatever other rewards she might offer. Gotta say, I knew a few events were going to fire when we got back to Colorado Spring, but I was not expecting this many, and not all at once. There's actually some other oddball things I want to check out too, like revisiting the casino, now that we've cleared it out. Anyway, you all know the drill. We'll hit the pause button for now, but we will pick up here next time, as we try to keep up with the hustle and bustle of Colorado Springs. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. As always, links are in the description.
It's simple economics.